Assalamu alaikum warahmatullah. My name is Fatima, and today I was talking about how I reverted back to this beautiful way of life, Islam. And this is my first video, so please, inshallah, be patient and bear with me. And I only got 10 minutes, so if I don't finish telling my story in 10 minutes, inshallah, I will do part 2 of this video. Okay. I was raised and born. I was raised and born into. I was born and raised into a Christian family. I went to church. I went to Sunday school. And I tried my best to be the, a, a good Christian that I can be. My whole life, I was raised to believe that Jesus was God, the Son of God, and He died for the sin of mankind. So my whole life I was living my life the way I wanted to, the way I thought it was best for me. I was living my life according to my desire. I was not thinking about the consequence of my action. I was not thinking that one day I would stand in front of the Creator and answer for all my action. It's like I was not thinking none of that. I was living according to my desire. And so, because after all, Jesus did that for my sin, so it's nothing really for me to worry about. So until one day, I found out that the good news that I was going to be a mother, and I said to myself, if I'm going to be a mother, I need to be the best mother that I can be. And for me to do that, I had to set a good example for my child. And for me a good value and a good example, I had to stop drinking. I had to stop clubbing. I had to act like a month supposed to be. So thank God, I stopped, drinking, and I stopped going to club. And when I was working, my manager was a Muslim, and my assistant manager was also a Muslim. We was working together, and then whenever it came around my baby shower, I threw a baby shower. Everybody was invited, boy and girl. So I invited my coworkers, for everybody to come. And when they, everybody came, they want me clothes, they want me shoes, they want me stroller. They bought items for baby. And my coworker, his name was Usman, and he came and he brought me a Quran. And I said, okay, thank you. I was not, tell the truth, I was not expecting it. I was expecting, clothes for the baby, but I was not expecting a book, I said, okay, thank you for the book. I asked him if he wanted to stay. He said no, he just came to drop the gift off, the gift, and he, gotta go. I said, okay, thank you for the, for the gift. And he, and he left. And when everybody left, I took that book. I put it on top of my dresser. And he had over that book was over there for months collecting dust. And so after I gave birth, one day I was sitting in my room watching TV, and my eye caught it. I said, out of curiosity, I said, okay, let me just check it out to see what it is. So I opened the book. Soon about to read it, my sister friend came in my room, and the book was in my hand, and she asked me, like, you're a Muslim now? I said, why? She said, because you holding the Quran. I said, oh no, this is a gift. Somebody gave it to me, so I'm reading it. That's why I'm checking it out. She said, okay. And as soon as she left, I put that book right back to where it was, and I turned back the TV back on, and I kept watching the TV. And so when I went back to work, that same co-worker who gave me the Quran turned to the bed. So he said, okay, explain the Trinity to me. I said, what's so hard about it? Like, the Father, the Son, the Holy Ghost, one person, simple. Like, what is that you want me to explain? You know, he said, you know, it doesn't make sense to me. How can 1 + 1 + 1 be 1? Don't 1 + 1 + mean 3? I said, listen, Trinity is something that is a mystery. Nobody can understand it, but you know, we're Christians, so we accept it anyway. And you know, he said, how can you accept something that you don't understand? How can you accept something that you cannot explain? I said, that's part of my faith, you know, it's who I am. And then he said, but if there's supposed to be one person, you know, meaning that person that one person know everything. He's supposed to know the unseen, you know. I said, yeah. He said, how come in your book it says that, you know, a man came to Jesus and asked him about the hour, and Jesus told him, not the son, know the son, the angel from heaven, know the hour. Only God knows the hour. Like, how can if he is part of this Trinity, if he is part of this one person, how can he not know the hour? And when he said that, it hit me, and me myself, I was shocked. I said, okay, in my head, I said, this guy right, you know, if they're the same person, you know, he's supposed to know the last day. Like, why he didn't know? And you know, I didn't, you know, to cut the story short, I said, listen, let's drop this conversation. You know, I don't want to talk about it no more. And you know, and when I finished working, I was going home. I took the train. I was staying on the train, and I kept thinking about the question. You know, I kept thinking about it. I can't explain. You know, I kept thinking about it, and thank God when I went home, my sister best friend was there, and she's more involved in the church. She's more religious, you know. And so I asked her, I said, can you please explain to me the Trinity? She said, sure, okay. So I said, okay. And she said, a man can be a brother, he can be a father, and he can be a businessman. And they're all one person. I said, yes, you're right. And I asked her, I said, that one person know his own secret, right? She said, yeah. So I said, how come in the Bible when a man came and asked Jesus about the hour, and he said he don't know. He, the son, don't know. Only the father know. If there's supposed to be one person, there's supposed to be like one, how come he didn't know? She herself, she can't explain it to me, but she told me I will ask my pastor, and you know, and I will get back to you. And I said, you know, appreciate it, you know. And the next day, I went to work, and she never got back to me on it. She never got back to me. One day I went to work, the same day, next day I went back to work. Me and that coworker was still debating about it. Me and that same coworker were debating about it. Let me put my charger on before my computer died. Give me 1 second, inshallah. Okay, I'm sorry, I was putting the charger on. That same coworker, I went the next day, and I went the next day to, you know, to work. That same coworker again, he started again. He wanted to debate, and you know, I told him, listen, I don't want to debate. I don't like argue, you know. So let's put it this way: you Muslim, go for you, and I'm a Christian. You know, let's live in our way. You know, he said, no, I don't want to argue. I just want us to have a dialogue, you know, about our faith. That's it. You know, I said, listen, if you are trying to convert me to Christianity, it's never gonna happen. Stop dreaming. It's not gonna happen, because I know about you people. 10 minutes is almost up, so inshallah, I'm gonna cut it and then make another part of this video. Okay, assalamu alaikum.